China's economy is one of the greatest transformation stories in modern history. In 1980, it was largely rural, isolated, and poorer than many developing nations. Today, it is the second largest economy in the world, deeply embedded in global trade, technology, and infrastructure. This shift didn't happen slowly over centuries. It happened in just a few decades, and it reshaped not only China, but the entire global economy. The turning point came in 1978 under Deng Xiaoping. After decades of rigid central planning under Mao Zedong, Deng introduced what he called reform and opening up. It was a radical idea, allow market forces to operate within a socialist political system. Farmers were allowed to sell surplus crops, private businesses were cautiously permitted, and most importantly, China opened its doors to foreign investment. Special economic zones were created in coastal cities like Shenzhen, once a small fishing village, now a megacity with more than 17 million people. These zones became laboratories for capitalism inside a communist state. As foreign companies arrived, China offered something the world couldn't ignore: cheap labor, improving infrastructure, and political stability. Factories multiplied. Rural workers migrated to cities by the millions. By the 1990s, China was becoming the manufacturing center of the world. Clothes, toys, electronics, furniture. If you flipped over a product, chances were it said, "Made in China." When China joined the World Trade Organization in 2001, its exports surged even further. Global corporations integrated Chinese factories into their supply chains, and the country's economy accelerated at historic speeds. The numbers were staggering. For 3 decades, China's GDP grew at an average rate of nearly 10% per year. More than 800 million people were lifted out of extreme poverty, the largest poverty reduction in human history. Entire cities were built almost overnight. Skyscrapers rose where farmland once stood. Highways, ports, and power plants expanded at a scale never seen before. Infrastructure became a symbol of China's growth. The country now has the world's largest high-speed rail network. Its ports are among the busiest on Earth. Entire urban districts were designed and constructed in record time. The government didn't just allow growth, it directed it, investing heavily in construction, heavy industry, and export capacity. For years, this model worked extraordinarily well, but over time, China began shifting its strategy. Rising wages made ultra-cheap manufacturing less sustainable, so the government pushed toward higher-value industries: technology, artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing. Companies like Huawei and BYD emerged as global competitors. China became the world's largest producer of electric vehicles and solar panels. The phrase "made in China" slowly began to transform into "designed in China." At the same time, growth started to slow. An aging population, rising debt levels, and a struggling real estate sector created new economic pressures. Property developers that once symbolized China's unstoppable expansion became signs of financial risk. And tensions with the United States introduced another layer of uncertainty. Trade disputes, technology restrictions, and supply chain diversification efforts signaled that the era of smooth globalization was changing. Under Xi Jinping, China's leadership has emphasized self-reliance, especially in critical technologies like semiconductors. The government is investing billions to reduce dependence on foreign innovation. At the same time, initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative aim to expand China's economic influence abroad through infrastructure investments across Asia, Africa, and Europe. The goal is clear: secure markets, resources, and strategic partnerships for decades to come. Today, China stands at a crossroads. Its growth is no longer the double-digit surge of the early 2000s. The easy gains from cheap labor and rapid urbanization have already been captured. The next phase depends on productivity, innovation, and domestic consumption. Can China transition from being the world's factory to becoming a high-income, innovation-driven economy? Can it manage debt, demographics, and geopolitical tension without derailing its progress? What makes China's story remarkable isn't just its speed, it's its scale. No country in history has urbanized so quickly. No economy has integrated into global trade so deeply in such a short time. And no transformation has lifted so many people out of poverty so rapidly. China's economic rise reshaped supply chains, shifted geopolitical power, and redefined globalization. The question now isn't whether China grew, it's how the next chapter unfolds, and what it means for the rest of the world. Because when China's economy moves, the global economy moves with it.